This league just keeps getting interesting. Sharjah Warriorz were desperate for those 2 points and they got it. They win by 4 wickets and that's the emotion that they were riding on. They came in with 4 points, they leave with 6 points and Abu Dhabi seems to suit them. Well, they restricted ADKR to 134. Kudos to ADKR. They did make a match out of it, but that man Adil Rashid with the ball and with that slight touch in the end. Another last over, Dreras with the ball. You had a James Rew hit a 4 and then there was a no ball, a wide, but it was in the end down to 1 ball, 1 run, and Adil Rashid with the touch gets it home for the Sharjah Warriorz at the Zayed Cricket Stadium. Let me quickly give you a glimpse of what transpired at the Zayed Cricket Stadium. Well, you had the Knight Riders restricted to 134. They won the toss and elected to bat first. Rutford 44 of 36, Unmuk Chand 24 of 22, Sharafu 19 of 25, Dreras 18 of 12. It was the bowlers who came to the party from the Sharjah Warriorz. Adil Rashid 3 for 18, Wasim 2 for 12 and Taskin Ahmed 2 for 41. But on the other side, when the Warriors came out to bat, James Rew played an anchor innings, 42 not out. A good job by the bowlers of ADKR as well. Yet again, Ajay Kumar as well as Holder, but just not enough. 4 wickets win for the Sharjah Warriorz, and more importantly, those 2 points, they are still in the hunt for the playoffs. Well, it's a full house here. Hello and welcome to Cricket Safari, gentlemen. Waqar Yunus, Wasim Akram and TKC. Good evening.
Good evening.
You must be pleased with that win.
Yeah, absolutely. For us to kind of get over the line tonight means a lot to the group. We've had a lot of close games so far this year, so to actually be on the right side of them gives us a bit of momentum now leading into the last 2 that obviously we need to win.
Well, you've got 2 experts who will talk to you about cricket, but the one thing that I want to know, after those 2 losses, what did the coach tell you guys?
Just to believe in ourselves and go out there and obviously keep fighting and keep putting in performances. This year the pitches haven't been kind of as high scoring as normal, so it's about finding a way to win, and obviously we did that today, a little bit closer than everyone would have liked, but 2 points is 2 points and hopefully that can be the start of a bit of momentum.
Yeah, you never know. Picking at the right time is the word actually matters. I hope you picking at the right time. And question, coming back to you mentioned slow wickets. Explain it to us. What does that even mean for our viewers?
It just feels kind of when it doesn't reach you as fast as it normally does. So you're kind of, obviously they're still bowling as fast as they are, but it's just holding in the pitch and then you're slightly through your shot. So your timing is, like as a batter, is slightly off. So it's not quite finding the middle of the bat. And I think you find it kind of, if you're looking around kind of the whole league, there's a lot of guys with a lot of dot balls. Yeah. Or guys, when they're playing the big shots, they're actually going under it. So they're getting quite a lot of skyers instead of normally when you're swinging, you'll get a full face, whereas quite a lot of guys are out in front and like, obviously as a batter it's your skill to adapt and make sure you are successful on those pitches, and that's what the best players in the world do. And
again, Sunil Narayan, who's one of the best spinners in World T20 format, we know that. We noticed that 6 times you tried to play sweep shot, you and Sikandar Raza, 5 to 6 times, and then obviously in the end you got unlucky, you got out to it. So that was the plan against him, or was just...
Yeah, no, it's a shot that we both practice and both back. And with the ball turning, I actually misjudged that one. I got it wrong. I was trying to sweep on line a bit more. Yeah. And trying to take out LBW. I should have knocked that one straight down the ground. But he's such a great bowler. He's kind of, if you just sit there with, obviously had 3 guys around the bat and still went for 14 runs. So it's very tough when you're playing guys like him. Yeah, we don't want to watch that replay too often. And
we'll make sure you watch it, TKC.
And the review as well. I'll say Sikandar told me to take that one, but no. Playing guys like him, you've got to have options, and the way he bowled tonight was kind of really challenging for us, and thankfully kind of we managed to actually get over the line.
You spoke about the paces, the ball not really coming onto the bat. Against the spinners, I mean, it wasn't really turning, but I don't know, I got this feeling that the ball was kind of skidding through and they were just bowling too many variations, and you guys got stuck in the middle for a good 4 or 5 overs. That's where the game sort of gone balanced. Otherwise, things were in control.
Yeah, absolutely. But Sonny does it like week in, week out, all year round. So
almost 700 wickets.
Yeah. And his economy rate as well. So it's not just he's taking wickets. Obviously, he's really ties people down. It's not. Obviously, we're not going out there with the fear and going, oh, it's Sunny on the Rhine. We're gonna you're just trying to play the ball as it comes. But he was getting the ball to turn. He was getting the ball to swing. he's got that much skill. He swings them in, swings them out, spins them. So so like when you're reacting to that, you've obviously got to have a plan. These aren't great highlights to watch, so anyone back home trying to learn, don't copy this.
These are the over I'm talking about. This is the time.
But you look like, obviously, he's bowling an amazing line and length, challenging you, and it's also when you're needing a lower score, sometimes it's harder because you're then looking up going, oh, we need 7 and over, we don't, so then you're looking for singles, and then when you don't get singles, obviously it's a dot ball. Whereas when you're being more aggressive, say we needed 10s, 15s, or probably not 15s, that'd be 12s. Far too many, but 10s, 12s, you're going to take slightly more risks, you're slightly more positive, and you probably get into better positions as well.
Is he a hard man to sort of use your feet and come down the pitch and play him? Or?
I think you can do it, but the ball's going both ways. So it's kind of you're adding an extra risk to it, and then when you're chasing 135, and he's probably their biggest threat. Like for me, I think it was actually the wrong. I probably shouldn't have tried to sweep him that over and just got through the over and taken it a little bit deeper, because actually he was probably the one guy that could have really, really hurt us today.
And that was his last over.
Yeah. So like from my point of view, it's probably actually, do I respect him and try to get him for 5? Worst case, okay, I get him for 2 or 3. It's fine. We'll take the risk later.
Batter like you can cover up in a couple of overs. If you play 1 over for 3 runs, chasing small total, player like you can cover it up in an over with 2 6s, 2 4s, everything will back. But I suppose mindset is very different nowadays of the batters.
Yeah, no, and obviously you don't want the rate to keep climbing on a low-scoring pitch. Obviously the whole game was very low scoring until kind of they had that 1 over of 25 that changed the game for them to get them something competitive, and we obviously had that last over that goes for 12, where it kind of kept chopping and changing the whole time.
So tell me about that white ball, the last over.
Yeah,
what was your opinion? We thought it wasn't a white ball, but it can happen.
Yeah,
not blaming anyone.
I think I'd be a little bit disappointed if I was on the fielding side. Obviously, you can see why he gave it, because it did miss the leg stump. But I think that rule is such a hard one to judge.
It really
because,
is.
Whereas almost if you said, right, if it misses leg stump, it's a wide, then it makes it very simple for, whereas when people are moving around, it kind of makes it a lot more difficult to actually see where, I understand why he's given it, but I think you can see why they'd be frustrated over it as well.
Yeah, absolutely, because he went across off stump.
Yeah, one last question. You didn't open today. Why?
Well, we actually haven't been performing that great as a whole batting unit, so we actually felt it would be a good time to actually mix it up and try a different combination, try and get us off to a good start. I've not been performing as well as I'd have liked, and it's what was best for the team, and I think it's kind of trying to find that formula, that kind of thing as a team to get us off to good starts. If you get off to a good start, then all of a sudden the momentum changes, it rolls like that. Obviously today it didn't happen, but we still ended up having an okay power play, getting out the power play pretty well, and then obviously we've won, so it's been quite a good.
Well done.
But TKC, all the strategies work. Plenty of positives for the Sharjah Warriors. You get those 2 points and it's game on.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us, though.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, TKC, and good luck, buddy.
We'll be playing highlights right now that he would have liked to watch, because I think the man right now under the spotlight has to be the player of the match, Adil Rashid. How good was he? Quite the game changer with the ball, and then in the end with the bat.
With the ball, I mean, he bowled the last over. We very rarely see spinners bowling the last over in this format, and he was giving it air. that shows how brave he is as a bowler, apart from the experience. He's got all the variations.
Yeah, it's a big risk, to be honest, because spinners, not that we don't see often, we don't see at all. It's very rare that we have seen someone. But they didn't have much choice, because the previous over, Tuskin gone for 25. They needed wicket, and I thought the best man at that stage was him to pick up a wicket, because Russell, they needed to get him out, otherwise he could have hit like 2 or 3 sixes, and this 136 could have been easily 150, 52, 53, and then would have been harder for them.
You need a big heart to bowl Russell in the last over, the way he did.
So that's the reason why we'd like to ask you the speed variations here by him in that last over.
That's why saying experience, the speed variation. Look at the first one, 88, then 80, then 65, then 88, and then of course the wicket, 62 kilometers an hour. That's a huge pace difference for a spinner. You very rarely see spinners changing their pace so often, and that too in the last over, and again that too against the big hitters. So well done, Adil.
No, but well done to you as well, because talking about predictions, because there is a bit of a competition going on in the commentary box as well, and Wasim Akram is the defending champion. So let's take a look at the predictions and let's see how many of them got it right. Now, while I was doing the pre-show, I know Vakar said ADKR. So Alan Wilkins wins, Simon Duell, and they all said ADKR. So the only one saying Sharjah was Wasim Akram. Well done. There's a reason why you're the defending champion, very much in the contention.
Look, I've been talking about this previously also, that there is definite loophole there. There is controversy.
What loophole?
There is controversy.
You just have to predict, Vicky. There's no loophole.
Look, I know today is fair and square. You won, I understand. But some of the games I've not been there, so I don't know what is going on. What is your relation with the producer, the guys who really...
You can just find out if we show us the...
I guess we'll show the leaderboard.
And then we'll
talking about loopholes or whatever it is definitely working for him, because if you take a look at the leaderboard, you will see a certain Wasim Akram right on top yet again. Andy Flower just below him, because he was also not commentating today, so that's the reason why he's predicted one match less.
Yeah.
But Andy Flower,
I can understand. Andy got a huge book, diary. He writes everything, every detail of the game. I just pick up my team according to the pitch situation, and it's a fluke, by the way.
He's just a natural.
Yeah, just a fluke, guys.
Just a natural. But another one it's something about the name. Wasim Akram, the legend. Wasim Akram, the newbie who's bowling so well, so impressive. The local boy, he comes in and always gets a wicket. He's been rather consistent.
Yeah, that's really good to see. The UAE bowlers are really doing well in this season for DP World ILT20. We'll start off with Tanveer, Kazama Tanveer, and then of course Ajay Kumar, and then of course Wasim with the new ball, bowled beautifully, the late swing, full yorker.
Yeah, I mean, who can tell better than you, because he swung the ball, and not only that he swung the ball back into the right-hander, he actually took the ball away from them also. So he was playing around with them, and the length he bowled, I thought that was very impressive, because there was some juice in the surface, and he kept it up. I mean, it's risky when you especially playing against a team who got big hitters like Livingstones and Salt and all these guys, and he actually kept it to the length which we call it a test match length. Nice and full, let the ball swing and let the ball do the talking, and he did it beautifully.
And after seeing this batting today or the last 5 or 6 games, no offense to any batter, I'm throwing my name in the hat now. As a batter.
As a batter. But the bowler Wasim Akram has impressed us all. Like I said, it's something about the name. But you know what we did? He's been really good in the field, but we went and surfed his socials, and this is what we found out.
इस वीडियो में कौन 2 लोग हैं?
इस वीडियो में एक विराट सर है और एक मैं हूँ, और ये जो वीडियो बन रही है मेरे भाई के लिए बन रही है।
क्या नाम है?
ज़करिया
ऑल द बेस्ट। आपको बेस्ट विशेस भेज रहा हूँ, ध्यान रखो। बहुत अच्छा बोलर है, बहुत अच्छा बॉलिंग किया।
तो विराट ज़्यादा खुश हुए होंगे कि वो आपसे मिले, कि आप ज़्यादा खुश?
मैं ज़्यादा खुश हूँ। क्यों खुश होगी? मैं खुश हुआ था ज़्यादा, तो बहुत मज़ा आया।
बहुत खुश हुए होंगे वसीम अकरम से मिलकर?
नहीं, वो ऐसी बात नहीं है। वो लीजेंड से मिले होंगे, खुशी तो उसकी वही है जो लीजेंड से मिले होंगे।
Well, of course, a message from Virat Kohli, also quite a moment when he met the legend. But there was also a very endearing moment that I just saw right after the match. He was speaking to Wasim Akram.
Yeah, he was.
What was the conversation like?
Generally, I praised him the way he bowled. I spoke to him, I think, maybe 4 or 5 games ago in Dubai Stadium. Told him just look at the length, especially early on with the new ball. And I think credit to him the way he's bowling. He's got a bit of nip and of course natural late swing for the left-hander, that ball that comes in. He's got 1 wicket on that early on. I mean, the finished first over or second or third ball. And of course, I also told him he eventually has to learn away swinger, like Ajay Kumar bowls this beautiful away swinger with the seam up delivery. He said he will learn. I said, do not learn in this format. Either play 50 over cricket or 3-day game if you can. That's where we learn the away swing bowling.
Indeed, definitely has to be one of the most impressive names from UAE that have come through in the DB World ILT20 Season 4. Congratulations, Sharjah Warriors. Congratulations to all the winners of our contest. Our contest, Jalwa Dikhao, Inam Pao. And these are the winners who've given the right answers. And, and now it's time. These are the winners from the Wizzy Smart TV Presents Jalwa Dikhao, Inam Pao contest. This is from the previous match, the previous 2 matches. Congratulations for showing amazing Jalwa and winning exciting rewards from Wizzy Smart TV, a smart TV that has it all. The youth entertainment brand. Don't miss your chance in the next match, because with Wizzy Smart TV, Jalwa Dikhao, Inam Pao, you stand a chance to win all these exciting prizes. And also, thank you to all who joined our broadcast, because these are the questions that keep coming to you from our commentators. You get the right answer, you get a prize. We'll take a short break here, but don't go anywhere. There's plenty to discuss on the other side. Welcome back to Cricket Safari. We promised you a humdinger and we delivered it. Another last over thriller, but the bowlers came to the party tonight. And another big deal that we were all talking about, it was the bowling masterclass that was given to us by Simon Dewell and Wasim Akram. Let me give you a glimpse of it and we'll come back to it.
Well, it's a gorgeous, fresh evening here in Abu Dhabi's Cricket Stadium. We're going to talk some bowling, a bit of a bowling masterclass with one of the best in the business, Wasim Akram alongside, who's part of our commentary group and, well, a great, absolute great of the game. Waz, I just want to talk a little bit about what your success was and what these guys are looking to do in the modern T20 game as well. From a bowling point of view, what are the keys in short format cricket for you? First up, we'll talk about the new ball.
The new ball. Look, I played T20 cricket only 5 games when it started in 2003 for Hampshire. Those days, probably batters didn't have those shots early on in this T20 format. So as a bowler, I wasn't as scared as the bowlers are now. And my first 2 overs were usually back of a length, try to bring my natural in-swing to the right-hander. And if not, then if not swinging, then I'll go just across. That's the first 2 overs. I mean, first or third. And if I usually, those days we used to bowl 2 overs at death, 18th and 20th or 19th or 17th or 19th. And I used to bowl normal Yorkers, normal swing, and if it's reversing a bit, like this particular ball, if you have a look, it's rough this side, it's a perfect reverse swing ball. And this shiny side, this side. So I would have gone last 2 overs or last over is reverse swinging this day and age, I would have gone around the wicket. The same field they used to have, point back, third man up, extra cover a little wider, maybe mid-off back as well, and just go shiny side here, the rough side here, and just go wide of the crease. Naturally, you're going to go wide of the crease, and just go outside off stump. If it's a new batter, I probably would have gone for the stumps, but if it's a set batter, I probably would have gone outside off stump, away swinger from around the wicket, wide of the crease.
How much did you use the crease? I mean, we see a lot of bowlers throughout the tournament sort of come in here, come in wider. How much did you use the crease throughout an innings or your career?
If it wasn't swinging in my time, I hardly used the crease. Yeah. But if it's swinging, if I was bowling over the wicket, to a left-hander or a right-hander, I usually go wide and do the delivery that I usually do, bring the ball back into the right-hander, away to the left-hander. So wide of the crease, if I'll go this side, for instance, if I'll go wide of the crease to the left-hander, if it's swinging quite a bit, if I go wide, the batter will automatically think he's going to bring the ball back in. Yeah. But I used to bowl the away swinger from wide of the crease. And I used to come at the last minute, run in, and come at the last minute.
You would jump out of it.
Jump out of it, yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. And same to the right-hander, but in swing. Never went across. I've never used the crease when I was bowling across to the right-hander.
Come back around the wicket. Now, I mean, because what we see from when you go wide of the crease, from a batting point of view, that line is coming, and then it starts to swing. Yeah. That's one of the keys, isn't it? Particularly with that
and obviously the ball has to be slightly crossed and wrist has to be a little open. And you go there, you go wide, and then you aim wherever you want to aim. And reverse swing, you usually, if you want to finish off stump, you have to aim slightly outer than off stump, because if you aim middle, it'll finish leg. Yeah. So that's very important. That's come with practice.
Slower balls? How much did you use a slower ball in your white ball career?
In one-day cricket, I did quite a bit. And again, away, a leg cutter to the right-hander and back of the hand to the left-hander. And I got quite a bit of wickets on back of a hand, especially against the left-handers, because in last overs, our days, the most batters used to go cross, right-hander or left-hander, so hence the away ones to both of them.
Brilliant. Listen carefully, folks, because this man was simply one of the best in the game. Plenty of great seam bowlers on show throughout the tournament. Might see a little bit more tonight.
Julia, I have to tell you that the bowlers have been listening rather intently, is because that was recorded a little earlier in the day and the bowlers put on a show tonight. But what was really interesting as that played was the conversation between these two gentlemen. Vakar, I want to ask you, what did you make of that masterclass?
Look, brilliant. I mean, if he's explaining it, then for me, I think I've seen it all. I've seen it from the other end, or final leg or mid-off. I've seen it all. So I knew exactly where he was coming from. I knew exactly what he's trying to say. So it is of course, for the youngsters to understand what needs to be done.
Vicky, if you remember, we used to have a sign to a wicket keeper that we're bowling a slow ball. Nowadays they don't. Hence they take the single away. But our T20 format, I suppose keepers don't come up. So if you remember, quite a few times Moeen used to run up. When I think my sign was this one, just go like this before running in, and Moeen used to come 2-3 step up. If there's an edge on a slow ball, it probably will carry to the keeper if he's 2 steps up.
I once gave him a signal and then I bowled a quicker one. Almost killed him.
I remember that.
Almost killed him.
There's so much to learn, and these conversations just keep getting more interesting. But very quickly, let me give you a glimpse of the points table. You have a certain Sharjah Warriorz still on the 6th position, but now with 6 points. So now you've got 3 teams on 6 points, 1 on 8, and of course Desert Vipers have qualified. My Emirates just below them with 10 points, and you will see a certain My Emirates in action tomorrow. So it will be number 2 versus number 4. My Emirates coming off at the back of victory, but on the other side, James Rew's team needs to buckle up. They're coming at the back of a loss, but My Emirates will take a lot of confidence in just the way they won the previous games. Very quickly, who's winning?
But tomorrow's game, it depends on the toss.
It depends on the toss.
You got a day off, so you don't have to worry about it.
I'm playing golf.
All right, they're playing golf. But you know what? Tomorrow's going to be yet another interesting day, because this league just keeps getting rather interesting. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thanks a lot for joining us. For now, it's a good night.